August 2022, without warning, one of the most recognizable boats in television history vanished. No reruns. No streaming. No goodbye episode. Just gone. The Cornelia Marie, a vessel that had braved the deadliest waters on Earth, erased from the Discovery Channel overnight. Fans were stunned. Rumors spread. Was it a contract dispute? Was the boat retired? Or was there something darker? Days later, the truth began to surface. A sealed court document from 1998, hidden for 24 years, had reemerged. It contained an accusation so disturbing it shattered the legacy of Deadliest Catch's most beloved captain's family, and it sent shockwaves across the fishing community. This isn't just a story about a boat, it's about loyalty, betrayal, resilience, and the cost of secrets that refused to stay buried. The Cornelia Marie wasn't just fiberglass and steel. It was a symbol, a floating fortress built to survive the brutal, ice-choked waters of the Bering Sea. She was a star of reality television, a beacon for millions who tuned in to watch danger, drama, and the relentless pursuit of crab. But like the sea itself, this story hides treacherous depths. It begins with a captain whose grit and charisma turned a fishing boat into a legend and ends with a scandal that erased that legend in a single news cycle. Today, you'll hear the entire rise and fall, from her birth in an Alabama shipyard to her glory days under Phil Harris, to the painful, controversial end that no fan saw coming. So grab your life vest. We're heading into dangerous waters. This is the Wake Up Lab, where history and truth come alive. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an untold story. Horton Boats in Bayou La Batre, Alabama, rolled out a new creation, a 128-foot aquamarine and yellow powerhouse with twin 750 horsepower engines, massive fuel tanks, and a design meant for one thing: survival in the punishing seas of Alaska. Her name? The Cornelia Marie, named after co-owner Cornelia Marie Collins, wife of the man who commissioned her. Even after their divorce, Cornelia kept part ownership. That name on the hull wasn't just decorative. It was personal. The boat was special. She was faster, tougher, and more spacious than most crabbers in the fleet. But even the most capable vessel needs a captain with salt water in his veins. That captain was Phil Harris. Phil Harris wasn't born into privilege. He was a high school dropout who fought his way up in the cutthroat fishing industry. By his early 20s, he was already wearing the captain's jacket, running boats, managing crews, and making a name for himself as both a hard boss and a loyal one. He smoked through storms, swore like the sea itself, and split profits fairly among his crew. His men weren't just employees, they were family. When Deadliest Catch premiered on Discovery Channel in 2005, Phil and the Cornelia Marie joined in Season 2. Out of more than 250 boats in the fleet, only 4 were chosen to be stars of the show. The producers knew they had struck gold. Phil's sharp humor, no-nonsense leadership, and unfiltered personality turned him into a fan favorite. And when his sons Josh and Jake joined the crew, the show gained a new layer. Not just fishing, but a father trying to shape his boys into men. The Harris family dynamic was raw. Phil didn't sugarcoat things for his sons. If they messed up, the whole crew and the whole world saw it. In one unforgettable moment, Phil confronted Jake about his drug use on camera, urging him to get help. It was real, painful, and deeply human. Fans connected not just to the danger of the job, but to the bond and the cracks in this fishing family. The storm that never cleared. January 2010. While unloading crab at St. Paul Island, Phil Harris suffered a massive stroke. He was airlifted to Anchorage, and for a brief moment it seemed he might recover. He was talking, even joking with doctors. But just days later, a sudden brain bleed changed everything. On February 9, 2010, at just 53 years old, Phil Harris was gone. The Deadliest Catch episode chronicling his final days, Redemption Day, became one of the most watched in the show's history. Millions cried alongside the Harris family. Phil's ashes were scattered at sea, and fans knew the Cornelia Marie would never be the same after Phil's death. Josh and Jake inherited more than grief. They inherited a fractured business. Ownership of the boat was split among investors, and tensions ran high. Jake's addiction worsened, arrests, rehab stints, jail time. Josh tried to step into his father's boots, but without Phil's steady hand, it was an uphill battle. Discovery even brought in a new captain, Derek Ray, which only fueled chaos by 2015. The brothers had partnered with childhood friend Casey McManus to buy back shares, replace the engines, and bring the Cornelia Marie roaring back into the fleet. Fans cheered when she returned in season 14 in 2020, Deadliest Catch. Bloodline gave fans something new. Josh discovered his father's old Hawaiian fishing charts and set out with Casey to follow Phil's mysterious notes across the Pacific. The show felt like a tribute, a son chasing the ghost of his father, but in August 2022, the entire Cornelia Marie chapter of Deadliest Catch was erased. Why? A sealed court case from 1998 surfaced. It alleged that Josh Harris, at age 15, had sexually assaulted a 4-year-old girl. The case had been sealed for decades, unknown to fans, hidden from the network. When it re-emerged, Discovery acted instantly. Bloodline was canceled. Old episodes featuring Josh were pulled from streaming. Even Casey, who had no involvement whatsoever, was quietly let go. The boat that had been a star for nearly 2 decades was scrubbed from TV. Josh disappeared from public view. Casey moved ashore to work in marine operations. Jake, still battling addiction, drifted further into legal trouble. The Harris name, once synonymous with grit and resilience, was now tangled in shame. In June 2024, the Cornelia Marie was sold to a new group of owners, Taylor Jensen, Roger Thomas, Carrie Toya, and Jake Albanino. Albanino took over as captain, and their mission was clear: no TV, no drama, just fishing. For the first time in decades, the Cornelia Marie was free of the Harris name. The Cornelia Marie was never just a boat. She was a living thing, a mix of steel, salt water, and the human stories that played out on her decks. Phil Harris gave her a soul. His crew, his sons, and his fans gave her a legend. But legends are fragile. The truth, no matter how long it's buried, will always find its way to the surface. The ocean is like that. It gives, it takes. It forgets nothing. Today, the Cornelia Marie still sails, quieter now. Her camera's gone, her deck's filled with only the sound of the sea. And maybe that's how it should be, because some legacies aren't meant for TV, some are meant to rest. If this story hit you, drop a comment with your favorite Cornelia Marie moment, or a time when a truth changed how you saw someone forever.